His name was Geralt of Rivia. He was a witcher, a professional monster slayer. An unusual contract to lift the curse that held a monarch's daughter. It was enough to spend the night with the princess, dusk till dawn. If only she were not a deadly beast, a Striga. The traitor responsible for the curse became the bait. Though gravely wounded, the Witcher lifted the curse and gained fame. The world changed with the coming of the Great War, the time of the sword and axe, the time of disdain. Geralt of Rivia disappeared, all but forgotten. But that's another story. Having problems?
None, but thanks for asking.
Damn! Shit!
Fighting or what?
A famous monster slayer gracing my modest inn.
Greetings.
Can I help you? A famous monster slayer.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
Greetings.
Can I help you?
grant me a moment?
Always shop with your sword? Right.
Greetings.
What pays well?
A huge wolf has appeared in the swamp, and the locals claim wyverns steal their children.
Wyverns don't hunt humans without provocation.
Locals, nothing but trouble. They probably tried to drive the wyverns off.
Tell me more.
Ask.
Farewell.
Gives me a headache.
What is it, Witcher?
Farewell.
Where are those monstrosities?
For the Flaming Rose!
Recruits.
Lately, the Order of the Flaming Rose has become Vizima's chief center of power.
I'm here about the notice.
Which one?
The Flederfangs.
I'll pay if you have 3.
Here.
Your gold.
They enlisted half our guardhouse.
They've taken over the larger hall upstairs. How are we supposed to fit down here?
I'm here about the notice.
Which one?
The ghoul blood.
Bring 12 vials of blood as proof you killed the ghouls.
There you are.
Your reward. Lately, the Order of the Flaming Rose has become Vizima's chief center of power.
If you detest Salamandra, I have a proposition.
I've spoken to both Luvarden and Triss.
But Salamandra is terrorizing your city.
My hands are tied. I'd like to tell you why, but I can't.
You're not very convincing.
I'm old and tired. I prefer not to see Vizima ablaze.
You think Salamandra would torch the city?
I think the problem is much, much deeper. Perfect. A witcher.
You these children away. Storm's coming.
Speak, then get out of my sight.
Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
It allows conversations over short distances. With some knowledge of magic, one can draw quite a bit of information from it. If the salamanders were using it to communicate with their base, I should be able to pinpoint its location.
Short distances. Interesting. Can you check the last communication?
The communicator sent a signal to a house in Vizima. It's marked on your map. Is there something I should know?
I have a hunch. I'll check it out.
All right, but be careful.
Damn, it's hot in this thing.
Perfect. A Witcher completes this mess. What are they scheming?
Hello again, Witcher.
Greetings, Radovid.
No magic mirror between us this time. I'm pleased you found my sanctuary. Triss Merigold lent a hand, am I right?
You know Triss?
Not personally, but I know Philippa Eilhart, and that's like knowing all sorceresses. I wish to speak with you, Witcher.
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, or bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
If you say so.
Don't disregard sorceresses. Beautiful, wise, helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
You wanted something?
Familiar with these strange edicts in Vizima?
I've heard about them.
They bear the royal seal, but some suspect fraud.
Tell me more.
It's just as Tala said. Foltest didn't sign these. I'd recognize his signature.
You know Taller?
Certainly. I'd be a fool not to know Temeria's chief of intelligence.
So Foltest didn't declare martial law?
No. I feel I should inform him of this.
What's your connection to Ada?
I had hoped to persuade her to marry the King of Redania, which would benefit both kingdoms. With Foltest's help, our king could finally rid himself of all the parasites surrounding him. In turn, Redania could support Temeria in its fight against the Scoia'tael. I need not mention the benefits of increased trade. The kingdoms united could resist the expanding powers of the knightly orders and the guilds. Additionally...
Enough. You've convinced me. But I'm not Ada.
And you, Witcher, what do you think of Foltest's daughter?
What do you want to know?
You're an expert on monsters. You broke her Strigger spell.
True.
Can she bear children?
I don't see why not.
Healthy, human children?
I believe so. One of the knowing could examine her.
Thank you. Keep this conversation confidential, and please don't meddle in Redania's dynastic intentions.
I generally don't meddle, so you have nothing to fear, Your Majesty.
When did you figure it out?
Well, there's the way you spoke of Redania, of Ada, and then there's your ring.
If ever in Redania, visit the royal court. Farewell.
Farewell, King.
Witcher.
Farewell.
Witcher.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Good question, but one with no simple answer. I was raised at the Redanian royal court. My father was murdered during the war with Nilfgaard. Ever since I lost interest in toys, I've strived to regain my heritage, find my father's murderers, and introduce order to my lands. Sadly, I'm surrounded by corrupt traitors, overly ambitious sorceresses, and frustrated chaplains of the Eternal Fire.
From what I've seen, the upper crust in Temeria is the same.
Nothing attracts sons of bitches like power. Witcher.
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, or bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
If you say so.
Don't disregard sorceresses. Beautiful, wise, helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
Farewell.
Temeria is a mess. Hello.
Greetings, rather.
No magic mirror, but
You know
not
who is
one she.
they, if you
Don't though in.
I don't trust her, but we find each other useful.
Well done.
Farewell.
I shall assemble a great hunt when I return. Witcher.
You wanted something?
For me,
I've heard
they
tell
it,
you so. What's your
I think
and what
your
true? I
help. Thank you.
well.
If ever.
Farewell.
Witcher.
Who are you?
Good question. I was raised sad.
From what I
Nothing. Witcher, hide your women.
Beautiful ballad.
Exotic.
You don't look Zeracanian.
The Royals sell Royal Strong Ale.
Farewell.
Can't fool him into his fate.
I'll be damned if you walk away from my shop dissatisfied. Welcome.
Farewell.
The shipment should be here.
No one appreciates art. Grant me patience.
Another set.
Farewell.
A good book, perhaps.
I thought only wholesalers came to market.
Retailers enjoy good business too. Curse them all!
it's hot in this thing.
That's what you do.
Duty calls. Wouldn't mind a drink? Duty calls.